Hello, grade 5. Welcome to Security Education with Miss Glory. Our topic today is on fraud. Fraud is a wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in a financial or personal gain. Fraud is a wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. People who do fraud, who are into fraudulent acts, do it for their own personal gain. We are going to talk about the types of fraud. We have different kind of fraud, just like we have different kind of clothes, different kind of shoes, different kind of food we eat. We have different kinds of fraudulent acts, and it differs from each other. The method in which they do it is quite different from each other. So we are going to be talking on the types of fraud. One, we have the internet fraud, which is called the online fraud. Online fraud is the kind of fraud done online where fraudsters call clients on their phone to scam them of their money or goods or valuables or possession, everything that they have. They can call you to get those things using cell phones and internet process. Another type of fraudulent act is what we call the ticket fraud. What is ticket fraud? Ticket fraud is the process where clients purchase tickets from a website and often find themselves standing at the ticket counter with a ticket that has already been used or with a ticket that never exists. This ticket has been used, but put it online, you pay for it, and at the end of the day, it has been used. Another thing is what we call the mechanical fraud. What is mechanical fraud? Mechanical fraud, these are kind of fraud that are being done by mechanic. For example, your dad or your mom take his or her car to a mechanic to get the car fixed, and you see them removing some parts for them to sell. They might remove either the windscreen, they can remove the nuts and so on for them to be able to defraud their clients. Another kind of fraudulent act is what? Large company fraud. This set of people face issues as employee at times can be left unsupervised and in some scenario steal products more than needed. Now, for example, let me use the Cowbell, for example. Let me use Cowbell. They produce 10 cartons and they tell the company that they produce 2. It is what a fraudulent act. Another one is fraud. Now, this kind of fraud happens every day, whereby you will see that people put online that there are this kind of job in this state or even outside the country. They will say, okay, bring so amount, this job can be found, they can be provided for you, and you just put your money in, and when you get there, it's like a trap. They will trap you in the country. You have nowhere to go and you have to do whatever they say you should do. Another kind of fraudulent act is stealing. When you steal monies, they loot. It's also called money looting. They loot money from the government, they loot money from companies, they loot money from where they work. So, for example, now let me use your classroom as an example. When you are working in a class, you are in a class and you pick somebody's thing without the person's permission, is what? Stealing, is fraud. You are defrauding your class members. So on the pictures, you can see the different kind of thing happening where people call you for, they will tell you that your payment was successful. They will tell you that you have bought this house, but at the end of the day, you see that all these things that you have paid for are false. They never exist. They've never been on sale. So we have to be very careful. Thank you very much, class. We have come to the end of this class. Do have a wonderful day.